Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, we know over the last couple of days the Labour Party have been flip-flopping like a dying halibut over this whole inquiry into the gangs. First it was on, now it's off. Now it's not really off, but they're going to give the council some money, and if they want to do it, they can. But they really don't want the councils to do it because they all know ultimately it'll all come back and bite Labour on its huge, guilty arse. But Cooper, Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, is trying a massive bucket load of spin that quite literally won't wash. It is an absolute load of old tosh that she's trying to give out. She's saying, and her words, and it's this, we're actually increasing the action that we are taking on these vile crimes, increasing the action around local inquiries and around investigations, increase in police investigations. These are her words, that they're increasing action. They're increasing action by not enforcing a national inquiry, an independent national inquiry, and leaving it up to the councils to do, then cutting the funding for the councils, then getting the backlash, then saying, oh, no, the councils can have the money, but we're not going to enforce whether the councils have investigations or not. So the council just take the money. They won't have the investigation because every council is likely involved in all the things that went on. And, of course, some of the things that went on will be probably up into Parliament now. But, and this is the way, this is where the big spin comes from, because this big spin is complete and sheer and utter, well, bollocks. She goes on and she makes claims that they're collecting data in a better way and all this, right? But then said that, actually, she said the best way of all doing this is a police investigation. It's not an inquiry, it's a police investigation. Since we know that the police were involved and some police officers were doing some terrible things, it really is a case of marking your own homework. Getting the police service that did terrible things and helped cover up these things to investigate these things means you're not going to get anything near the truth. The police will find, well, we looked and amazingly there was nothing wrong. Because, this young chief constable this young constable is now the chief constable, and hey, we're not stupid, that sort of thing. Ever since Starmer came to power 9 months ago, and the whole Labour Party came to power, there have been requests for this set of inquiries, and they've never, ever said yes. And the reason, I think, is there's so many people in the Labour Party involved at every level that it is, for them, kryptonite, and they can't deal with it. And that's why they keep spinning it and spinning it. But for Yvette Cooper to come out and say, oh, it's best if the police do it, it's sheer bollocks, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much. Bye.